This morning, people are being allowed to go back to their homes as the Quail Fire rages. It's burned more than 1,800 acres. It has destroyed multiple homes. Evacuations have now been lifted, but people in the area literally are not out of the woods yet. Carlos Herrera live in Solano County. Those strong winds today that Brittany is just talking about, Carlos, making things very difficult in the firefight.
Yeah, as expected, more to come later today. Let's give you a live look right now at the winds. They kind of come and go this morning in about, I'd say, 30-second intervals. Right now, pretty died down, but that hasn't been the case all morning long. As you mentioned, well, people are being allowed back home, but this is what we're seeing all around this area. This is Pleasant Valley Road. You can see CHP blocking this area off, cones and barricades. Only people that are allowed to go through this closure is the people who live in this area, and they also must show an ID. Now let's take a look at some video we shot over the weekend. Winds obviously were strong, and they still are this morning. That caused the fire to grow overnight, but there's a bit of good news because at last check, containment also increased to 40%. That's because crews fought the blaze both on the ground and in the air. Officials say the fire was fueled by strong winds, record temperatures, and dry brush in this area. CAL FIRE says 3 homes were destroyed and 100 structures remained threatened this morning. But as Walt mentioned, mandatory and advisory evacuations have been lifted just southwest of Winters, and many of the homes directly in the fire's path were saved.
I immediately wondered where my daughter, my kids were, but power was out all of a sudden, so I couldn't get a hold of them.
Huge relief,
Yeah.
but also just we know all these people too,
Yeah.
and so these are like our neighbors.
PG&E has also restored power to most homes. All power is expected to come back on later today. CAL FIRE will have an update for us at 7 a.m. today. We'll have the very latest details on Morning Blend Extra Shot at 11 a.m. and on abc10.com. Walt, you've been talking about power shutoffs and these wind conditions in this area. This area near Winters is no stranger to those strong wind gusts. Just last year, exactly on June 8th, PG&E had to shut off power for 3 days because of these winds. So obviously kind of harsh conditions for firefighters today.
It doesn't seem too bad where you are right now, Carlos. That dry brown grass, that high grass behind you in the trees seem to be okay. Is it just gusting periodically?
Yeah, periodically, like I said, they come and go every 30 seconds, but when they do come, they obviously come really strong, and you can see it there starting to pick up. That's the big concern from CAL FIRE this morning, but of course we'll hear from them later on today.
All right, looks all right for right now. All right, Carlos, thank you. Another fire in Mariposa County is forcing evacuations right now. CAL FIRE is calling this one the Hunter's Fire. We have a time lapse here of the smoke near Lake McClure. CAL FIRE says at least 50 acres have burned.